I looked at several quotes today. They were all pretty good, but the one I like best is from Rumi, the Middle Ages Persian poet. Love risks everything and asks for nothing. Love risks everything and asks for nothing. That's pretty good. And the other quote I saw was from Meister Eckhart, which, paraphrasing, says that we should start each day as a beginner. How about that? Start each day as a beginner. And our reading for today, for May 31st, which would have been my mother's birthday, is What I Know for Sure. What I Know for Sure. Let me just get my screen back in action here, since it decided to zoom. First quote is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verse 24. This is a good one for anybody. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. I think that's worth a repeat. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you receive it and it will be yours. So in other words, it's done unto you as you believe. And Ernest Holmes says, to realize that God is ever present, ever available, is to know that all the wisdom, intelligence, and power of the universe is right where you are. Your word is power when you know this. And that's this thing called you. The emphasis is mine. And the last message, at least for the time being, from Reverend Christine Green, is as follows. I know life is amazing, and it can also be terrifying. I know life is abundant, and yet often there is scarcity. I know that there is kindness and goodness, and yet I also know that there's hatred and resentment. I know that most of the time life just does not seem to make sense, and the problems of the world appear to be incredibly overwhelming. Yet, what I know for sure is that there is a power for good, a source of creativity and peace and joy. Whatever you may call this presence, I know it as love. I know love is unconditional, everlasting, and ever-present, even in the midst of confusion, sorrow, and pain. I know love is everywhere, and it's in everyone. And okay, I'm willing to see beyond the contradictions of the world to see love in every person. I'm willing to see beyond confusion to know the presence of love is at the center of every activity. What I know for sure is that you and I are on this amazing journey to know and see love for each other and for ourselves. I know that even in the midst of fear and doubt, our prayers are always answered. I know that, as Ernest Holmes wrote, prayer is not an act of overcoming God's reluctance, but should be an active acceptance of God's highest willingness. I know you're abundantly blessed with God's gifts of love, joy, and peace. And as we said before, if the word God doesn't work for you, substitute whatever it is that does work. I just want to say, I think the readings this month have been pretty good, the writings. Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. I think they're pretty good. There's some of the ones I've liked the most. I've been doing this reading pretty well every day since the beginning of the pandemic. And I would say this is right up there in the top 10. I mean, like right up there in the top 10. So, and if you want to read them again, then you can subscribe to the Science of Mind magazine daily guides, or at least for the past 30 days, you can go back and you can re-listen to all these readings. So, your choice. But I think they're pretty good. Her final affirmation is, I know that the presence of love is at the center of every activity. I know the presence of love is at the center of every activity. And when I get my mouse back to normal size, I can just tell you that. Yeah, my colleague Reverend Lisa Ryan will be talking tomorrow morning at about 9:15 a.m. Central Time. I'll be back hopefully at 5 p.m. I'm mediating tomorrow afternoon. You never know how long that lasts. And let me see what else. Oh yeah, tune in. You can look at, you can look at the recording for Creative Life Spiritual Center service at 11 o'clock today. There's always a really positive message. You know, there's a bit of music here and there, depending on medium you use it on. Some mediums, there's no music because of constraints, others there is. But you will get the reading whichever you go. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Facebook, and they're both Creative Life Spiritual Center. Search for that, it will come up. And you can see recordings back for, I think, 30 days now. Facebook is decided. I think YouTube's are on there forever, but Facebook, it's limiting it to 30 days. So please take a deep breath and release it slowly. And just know with me that life is good, always good. And so it is. Namaste.